Okay, so we're going to look at ebooks in the library website, and the easiest way to do a dedicated ebook search, if you want to search through all the titles that we have, is going in through the classic catalogue and just using the ebook tab here on the right. And here then we can just do a keyword search for any ebook that we may have by title, or click on the link. And we'll see this is an eBrary ebook. It tells you in the link what service the ebook is available on. Click again to view the ebook, and you're brought to the WAM login page for the first one. Name, ID and pen, submit, and the book should open within the eBrary service. So this is the old eBrary reader here, and there is a new one coming on stream. It's not available in eBrary yet, but just a quick look at the old one here. You have your navigation tools here on the top over the cover of the book. So again, page forward and back to read the book just from the screen. So this is just reading it online. You don't have it checked out or you don't have it downloaded. For any of those features, you have to have a personal account set up. So over on the top right hand side you'll see the link to sign in. If you click on that, and then it brings in the login page. So if you don't have an account at this point, you just create an account over here using the create account button, and basically it's just a username, password and an email address. Then you sign in, and you have the full features there then for downloading the title, printing out from the title, searching within the title here as well. You can also create notes for yourself and highlight any parts of interest. So again, you have a highlight tool. Please select data beforehand. So if you wanted to select a paragraph, and then you can highlight that for coming back to, and you know which pieces you wanted to look at already. Your download button is here at the top as well. So again, there are three different options here with the download. One thing you can do is create an image PDF of the current chapter. So again, you have a maximum of 60 pages there, and you can create an image PDF of specific pages, again up to 60 pages, or you will download the document for 14 days in Adobe Digital Editions format. If you haven't used Adobe Digital Editions previously, you will require you to set up an account on that, so it will be another username and password. I have set it up already, so it should be accessible on my PC, so I won't have to log in again. It just brings it up there to tell you to open with Adobe Digital Editions, and click on OK. And it switches over then to ADE, and the book will download into it there. So you'll see it here on your shelf. You see already had it checked out previously, so there was 11 days left. So then to read any of the ones that you've checked out previously, you can just double click. Here we are. Again, it's just easier software to read the title on. Having said that, the Bluefire reader will make it much easier, and you can be also able to download it to iPads and iPhone. Whilst we're in eBrary, it's no harm to maybe have a search within eBrary. So when you click on the home or the search key, it will bring you to the whole of eBrary. And again, we can do a search here. If we do search for business plan, we've got quite a few documents there coming up. However, what you could do is focus your search using any of the selected subjects that are listed here. So we could maybe narrow it down to entrepreneurship, venture capital, and maybe new business enterprises. And then click on the search button here, and we should get a reduced number of documents down to 232 documents there. What's handy about this is you can actually look at the chapter results within this search here as well. So again, if you were looking for something specific, browsing through the chapters is a convenient way. So then these are the results. The rank here on the left hand side is a relevance ranking that's related to your search. So again, this will have to do with the business plan that we put in. And another thing you can do is maybe see which chapters come up highest there. So there's a few different titles there that you see listed a couple of times, and then if you wanted to view that chapter, you just click on the link and it will bring you straight into the pages of the most relevant. So it's not actually the beginning of the chapter, it's a page within the chapter. If you want to look at the start of this particular chapter, which is determining the amount needed, the business plan, go over to the contents page here and click on the link there, and it will bring you back to the title page of that, which is chapter 4 there. So again, that's a very handy way of locating relevant information quickly in eBrary. And again, you can actually download the chapter in full, and it doesn't actually have to be checked out in Adobe Digital Editions that way. Going back to search will bring us back to the page we were at with the chapter results that was highlighted. Title results is the other one. Searches then shows you your most recent searches. So again, it has our business plan there, and it has the way we narrowed it down then. So we went from 81,000 to 232. You can save that search and be able to go back in and run it again at a later date, or by just clicking on search, or you can remove that from your history if you don't want to have to go back in to look at that one again. Okay, so there were kind of the key features in eBrary, and like I said, there will be an update coming on stream in July next month. If we look at our other ebooks, I'll just go back to the library homepage. We could just key into multi-search and narrow down by books and ebooks. So if we put in something on algorithms, and maybe search, and then to just, we have, like we said, we narrowed it down to book and ebook. If you just want to look at ebooks, narrow down your link to items with online full text, and it will bring up the ebooks here. So open up the service. So this is a Dawson Era ebook, and with Dawson Era you will always get the terms and conditions page, which you have to accept before you can open the title. And this is the information page here about the title, so you have the publication details there. Okay, so the sign in button is at the top there. In order to download a book, we need to click on the sign in and log in. Again, it's just an email address and a password that you create yourself. And if you want to view the Dawson Era titles that we have here from GMIT Library, click on the ebook catalogue at the top, and it brings up the 182 titles that are owned by us here. Or you can just do a search and limit it then to just the ones that are owned by our library by unticking the show unowned content. This is the read online link. And then download to download. And here it opens up. And this will be available again for 24 hours was the loan period I selected, which is the minimum loan period. But again, you can select it for up to 7 days. And again, you have the option to print using credits. And again, you can add notes when you're logged in as yourself. Another way of viewing our ebooks from the library homepage is to use the online resources links, and you see we have a dedicated page to ebooks here. So again, all the different collections are linked to. And so we've looked at a Dawson Era, we've looked at an eBrary, the other one is My iLibrary, and we have about 23 titles under My iLibrary now. So again, it lists all the ebooks by subject, or you can go browse all of them. So again, you need to have your own personal details here. Logged in now. Link to my account there. Bookshelf for the items I've put on the bookshelf for myself. And the ones that you can download, it says add to bookshelf for download. So again, click on the link to do that. And it tells you the title was added to the bookshelf. So then under My Account, you can look at your bookshelf. And I have this one here, monitoring animal populations for a period of 3 days. And then you can remove it as well, or download. And here's the printer icon. So again, you're only entitled to up to 26 pages, so you're only permitted to print out 10% of the title here. So the other thing you can do is export it into EndNote. So if you want to, if you're keeping all your bibliographic details in EndNote, you have the option there. So if you do a save file and then log into EndNote separately, and you can import it from the Collect tab. From the Downloads folder, and comes up there. Open, and import option, you choose EndNote, EndNote import, and you can put it into whichever group you want to put it into. Import. It tells you one reference was imported into unfiled, so again you can look at that in your own file library. Last updated, newest to oldest. It should come up at the top of the list. Go mobile, there it is. So going back to look at a title from another one of our services, say EBL, we'll use the ebook tab, search again, and we'll try this, search psychology and education. And here to log into EBL, because it's set up with Shibboleth access, you have your institutional username and password. So when you see this login page, you know which service you're using. And again, you have the option to read online or download it. Download it for whatever length of time, up to 7 days you want. Again, I'll just do 1 day. Click on download. And it's Adobe Digital Editions again. So all of these services should work with Bluefire as well. This is the bookshelf link up at the very top left hand side. So when you click on that, it should display every title on your bookshelf. And there's the title we've just downloaded, and again we can just scroll through it to read it. Within the EBL viewer, when you do a read online, this is what it looks like, so it's pretty easy to read. You have your navigation here at the top, so you can page forward or back. You have your copy and print links here. So again, it tells you what selection you want to put in, or you can print out a chapter. It tells you that you can print another 44 pages from this title. You have a read aloud option. There's also a dictionary option here, so if you come across a term in the book that you don't understand, you could just look it up there and it will tell you what it is, which is a neat little feature. You can also change the size of the pages to small, medium or large, depending on which suits you. If you go back to library there, it will actually bring you back to the library homepage. So there's two other platforms there that are linked to on the ebooks, and both of those relate to Mayo campus, the Safari Books Online and 123 Library. So 123 Library has 3 titles, and they're all nursing ebooks: Alexander's Nursing Knowledge and Practice and Pharmacology and Medicine Management for Nurses. So when you click on them, you have Read Now or View Details. View Details will bring up the details of the ebook there, also a list of the chapter headings. So again, it's as well to look at that first to see if you do want to read it. And again, you have 2 options here: read online now or download to Adobe Digital Editions. And this is the 123 Library Reader. Again, your navigation tools are at the bottom there. And there's a print option. So you have a text option there as well, without any images, and the help panel there. And within the 123 Library, you also have an option to set up an account. So it asks you create one here if you haven't created one, and then it's just an email and a password. So that way you will have full entitlements for downloading the ebooks. If you go in without creating a personal account, it's just printing out from one institutional account. As much benefit as setting up an account. So if you're using those ebooks, we'd recommend you set up an account for those. And you may need to add a security exception for this one as well. I know I did the first one. So those are the various platforms of ebooks that are available to us here in GMIT Library, and as always, you can contact us here if you have any queries on them.